Right, lads, here we are. Welcome back to the channel. Episode number 5 of Juventus, of Real Madrid today. And today it is Juventus away, first round, knockout, first leg, away, Turin. Pretty difficult. Bearing in mind, we've kind of turned it over in kind of form, just. I've gone back to, after the 3-4-3 debacle at Atletico Madrid when we got hammered 6-2, or the 5-4-1. I've been playing a 4-2-3-1 wide, very attacking. I've made a couple of tweaks actually for this game. That's how we're looking up at the moment. I've put the full-backs now on to defend because they're not really, because we're playing a little bit direct, quite quick, high tempo. I don't really need them pushing up too high. So I've got them on defend. I've changed the deep line playmaker to a Mazzala, and hopefully it doesn't overcrowd it. We'll just see. Just find I want something a little bit different from a deep line playmaker. I think I've played with a deep line playmaker all the way through FM19. I want something. If we're Real Madrid and we're going for it, I want something a little bit more. What would I say more? I think just a bit more of an attacking threat in there, and then leave these 5 at the back, these 6 at the back to do the defending. So, form-wise, has been pretty good. We had a bit of a blip. Villarreal's the only sort of like real downer on the league form. And we've just drawn actually against Tenerife. I did play a bit of a rotated squad ahead of today, and they scored an absolute beauty from about 30 yards with 5 minutes to go, so that killed it. Asensio is in. He's playing as a number 10. He has been in great form. Bearing in mind he started the season injured. 12 games, 9 goals, 4 assists. I'm playing him just as an attacking midfielder, not advanced playmaker. With the advanced playmaker, they tend to drop off a little bit too much. I want him in and around the area. He's scored some decent goals, but in and around the penalty area, he seems to be getting a lot of his goals. We've also brought in Rodrigo. We've got him from Castilla. Brought him in. I've let Draxler go back. He's gone back in January. And Rodrigo's done pretty well. 3 goals in 4 games in the league, 5 in 8 in all competitions. Very, very well. He's probably ahead of Vinicius Jr. in terms of that. Don't know what I'm going to do with there because I've got 2 players, 2 young Brazilians that are playing exactly in the same position. And bearing in mind, La Liga rules, you'll have 25 players. That's it. There's no like homegrown talent that you don't have to register, stuff like that. Literally 25 players. So I'm going to have 2 in every single position that need to be top class for next year. No real sort of like backups. It'll be rotation between the 2 players. We have found up until we've just been knocked out of Barcelona, we've literally played start of the new year, Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday, and we're still doing it. So I need to make sure my squad is a lot stronger. Lukaku has been firing the goals, to be fair. Cannot fault him at all. He's gone off it a little bit, but for the season, he's already on 22 for the season, so that's pretty good. Especially when we've tried and tested him in a few positions, but I think this is the way forward. Yes, we're going to concede goals. Yes, I think I'm going to take a risk today in playing it at Juventus. We did play it in the first leg of the Copa del Rey away at Barcelona, and to be fair, we matched them. They just took their chances. 3 tap-ins, 2 of them were breaks, so I'm hoping having the wing-backs on defend might just help us a little bit. The home leg, we won 1-0. It was only a penalty. They didn't even have a shot on goal. So that just shows the dominance that we could potentially get with this tactic. They were pretty at full strength. I think they had pretty much only, Messi, obviously. And that's about it. We just couldn't find that all-important winner. So we've been knocked out, reached the semi-final. League table, we are 3rd. We've just had them 2 blips recently, even the blip against Tenerife. We're only 4 points off the top. Only 4 points off the top. So the league is there for the taking, I think. It's just how we do against the big boys. We've got to play them at home. Real Atletico Madrid are just stalling a little bit. They've only lost 1 game, but they've drawn 8. If we can put a run against each other, if we can put a run together from now until the next episode, which I imagine will be somewhere in around here. You never know. We've also got that Barcelona El Clasico game coming up as well. That'll be difficult. That will be very difficult. So, let's try and pick a team. I said we're going to go... Oh, sorry, transfer news. Blaise Matuidi in, start of the season, on a free. He's the only oldie that I'm going to get in. I didn't want any more than that. He can do what... I'm potentially looking at a Segundo Volante in and alongside a ball-winning midfielder in the defensive midfield slot. That's what I'm looking at, potentially. He can play a variety of positions. He's absolutely class. Look, 2 years, he's going to be quality. Gives us the option of potentially getting rid of somebody as well, making a fair bit of money. We have let go Courtois. Now, he's only gone for 22.5 million. I get that. He's only rated 3.5 star. I don't like him, as we've said in the many episodes. I don't like him in real life. I think he's a bit of an arrogant prick. He looks arrogant. He hasn't done well for me. He's conceded some absolute shockers. He wanted to go. He was on 225 grand a week. We've got 22 million in him. We've got Navas. We will look at getting probably another goalkeeper in the summer. So he's gone off the books. It does mean though we've made a profit this year, which for Real Madrid hopefully means in the summer, if we obviously keep Champions League football, will give us an absolute transfer war chest for the summer. There's already 108 million left in an available wage budget of 391. Plus, we'll get rid of a good maybe 4 or 5, including Luka Modric. His contract's running out, and he's on 325,000 a week. So it's looking all right. As long as we can stay in the job while we're sort of like rebuilding, I think we'll be all right. So anyway, let's get in to today's game. We've got a bit of an injury crisis. I don't think we're even going to be able to do the full... Oh yeah, we might just be able to get some subs on. We've got a problem at right back. That's the biggest problem. So I'm going to put Marcelo at right back. Both right backs are injured. Casemiro is fit. He can go in. Asensio can get back in. We're going to go the youngster Rodrigo actually on the wing. We need to get Llorente in there. Celebus. So that's how we're looking. That is how we are looking. Probably a bit too much of a risk because we're away from home. But if we can get a couple of away goals. I said Barcelona, even though we got beat 3-1, Barcelona didn't actually hammer us. It was pretty even in terms of everything. Yeah, we'll go with that. So, while waiting for the game to kick off, let me know what you think to the tactic. Do I get rid of the Mazzala and put a Segundo Volante in there so we've got a real defensive 2 and maybe allow the fullbacks once again to push forward? Do I keep this as a Mazzala? We'll see how it works. I've gone for Modric today and I shouldn't have done. I should have put Toni Kroos in. Bollocks. But anyway, too late now. Let's see how he gets on. We'll get Kroos on. We'll get Kroos on in some time again. Maybe looking at offloading Toni Kroos. I'm not overly... It doesn't overly excite me. I would love 2 big, strong, sort of like a Tweedy and maybe a Frank Kessie. We may look at... What's Emre Can doing there? We may look at getting a Frank Kessie in as maybe a Segundo Volante. Yeah, but as I said, let me know. If you do know of any good Segundo Volantes, let me know in the comments. We've had some people say Virgil van Dijk for the centre-half slot. I think that was one area that we might look at. Bearing in mind, it's changed a little bit because we're playing with 4 at the back. Ramos has got 1 year left. He won't be offered a new deal either. Here we go, Lukaku. I thought we teed up Bill then. Not quite. Casemiro. Rodrigo, the youngster. Hernandez with a deep cross. We've got crossing from deep on. Mainly because we've got Lukaku in the middle. A good header of the ball. Ronaldo. Our defenders have let him run through. We've done well. Was that Delete? Delete recovered well, but we just let him run through on goal there. Come on. Oh, free kick. Okay. Marcelo's done well. Gareth Bale struggled with injuries for the last 6 weeks. I think he's had 2 separate injuries. Back in today. So what I mean with the rotation of the squad, with us not being able to... We're in. Oh, he's missed a sitter. He's missed another sitter. 3 chances. All saved. Yeah, so in other series, like Man United series, you can have your squad of 25 players that are not are raised at the club, so your Rashfords, your Lingards, they don't. Pogba's don't even have to be registered, so you can have a good sort of like 30-man squad. Spain, completely different. 25 players. The only thing you're not allowed to register, you don't have to register players for, is people under the age of 18. So that don't leave a great scope, especially when you want players good enough to be sort of like vying for first team slots. Oh, Gareth Bale trickled onto the post. Yeah, so the idea is next season, 2 players, we need to identify 2 players, including the goalkeepers, because Navas is obviously on the turn. 2 players in each spot that are good enough to start. So no real backup, so it may mean shifting a whole load out. And then I like to do a little bit of rotation, especially with this tactic we're playing. It is quite high tempo. It does drain some of the players. Come on, let's see if we can get a little bit more out of him. Half an hour to go. Let's do some changes. Let's go Tony. Ooh, do we know? I was going to get Isco in there. We'll go Tony Cruz. We'll also go Leon Bailey. See if he can make an impact from the bench. I mean, we've dominated. We tend to do this, not dominate much in possession, but overall chances of it, the woodwork 3 times. But the game has absolutely drifted away from us. Now, any other time I'd be quite... Here we got a highlight. Any other time I'd be quite happy with a 0-0. But it is for you guys on camera. But I suppose 0-0 would be a fantastic result. Unless we can make it even better here. Bailey. Oh, he loves a shot from distance. The only thing he's ever scored from distance. Bit of a waste of a highlight. We're coming to the end of the game. And we're going to get one more. We've got 10 seconds. Probably not. Asensio. Tony Cruz. Hit it. Oh, keeper saved it. Keeper saved it. And that'll be it. Decent. I think an away goal, that's the only thing dangerous. But in the Bernabeu, we can turn them over. We'll take that. I think anyone would take a 0-0. First leg. Kept Ronaldo quiet. So what we're going to do is, well, let's have a little look at a couple of players. Ooh, we're losing Casemiro and Marcelo for the second leg. It's not great. Yeah, so we'll look at maybe offloading even. Who's leaving? Just Modric. Season after Ramos. Season after Cruz. If I can get... To be honest... He's doing alright. He's doing alright, to be fair. He's just 30 and then he's going to be 32. Bearing in mind, he's going to be 32 by the time his contract's coming to an end. And he's only 4-star. If I can get top, he's 350 grand. Someone like Man United will probably buy him. So we may offload him. What do you think? Offloading Tony Cruz, playing with a Segundo Volante and a ball winner. Have us a little bit more defensively strong. 2 big, strong players in the middle of the park. So obviously, goalkeepers is an issue. I think we'll get away with the centre-halves. I'll probably keep Llorente in the squad as a 4th choice centre-half. And then just rotate Ramos, De Ligt, Varane, Llorente. I think as a 4, that's fine. Marcelo and Theo Fernandez. I think we can deal with that. He can also play that position as well. So we'll go with that. Once again, Marcelo, getting to the end, he's 31. I don't know. We're going to be so busy anyway, I think right now, trying to do everything in one transfer window. I think goalkeeper, 1 in. Right back, 1 in, because Pablo Maffeo isn't going to be good enough. He was just a bit of a, not a panic buy, but a needed buy this summer. So get him out. Get someone to compete with Odriozola. Middle of the park, we need another centre midfielder. We'll have Matuidi and Casemiro. Potentially a replacement for Casemiro. I've got Toussaint in there. Once again, we may let Toussaint go, but he's had a good season. He wants to be in that position. So we may let Casemiro go. To be fair, there's not much between the two. There's not a great deal between the two there. And Toussaint's only 22. All these things, as I'm spitballing them at you, let me know in the comments what you think. Wide areas were kind of covered. I do want to get rid of Rodrigo. And then we need to get rid of Celebos. And we got wide areas. We've got Bale, Junior. The only thing is, both of them are inside forwards on the left, and we're playing in a winger on the left. So that's the only thing. That's the only thing. A striker. We'll offload Mariano. Get rid of him, hopefully. So that's about 7 or 8. Goalkeeper. Right back, centre midfielder, probably not a holding midfielder, striker, maybe even a wide man. We may look. I think I maybe need to let him go out on loan somewhere, I think, for a season, and then get another winger in on the left-hand side. Isco might be another that might go, because he's going to be completely second choice to Asensio. So we may look at getting some of that money in. But as I said, let me know in the comments. We're still way off the season. I think next episode we'll look at coming back. We'll see how we get on. I don't just want to do Barcelona all the time. Barcelona, Atletico Madrid. That might be a tasty one. I think what we'll do is we'll go right through to the start of May and see if we're still in the Champions League. See where we're at. Hopefully in the title race still. We've obviously decent run of games. All the other teams you should be pretty much beating, apart from the top two. We have also Valencia to play away, so that'll be tricky. Vigo to play away. But all the others should be trying to pick up maximum points. Alright guys, if you enjoyed today's 0-0 draw, but a good result, really good result away from home, let me know in the comments who we need to bring in. We have said about Virgil van Dijk as well. I think if the money's there and we can get him in, we'll do our very best to get someone in like Virgil van Dijk as well, because Ramos is just going to have 1 year left and then he will be released. Let me know. So centre half, right back, centre midfielder, possibly a young up and coming attacking midfielder, but he needs to be good enough to sort of like be more than a backup. Potential left winger and a striker. So that's about 7 or 8, isn't it? Could be a very, very busy summer. Right guys, thanks for watching. See you later.